Hey Eurovision fans, it's time for my deep dive analysis of Supernova. That's Latvia's national final. I'm going to go through what I think about all the songs, who I think could be a contender to win, and then I'm also going to give you my top 10 and look at your top 10. So let's kiki. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tom. I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst, and you can find all of this stuff on my Eurovision channel. So in case you didn't see, last night I published my reaction to all 20 of the songs in this year's Supernova. And in this video, I'm going to give you my big analysis of what I think about the national final and how Latvia could do this year. Going forward, I think I'm always going to do these analysis videos one day afterwards because there were some really great comments on that video which gave me some extra context about some of the artists. Also great to see which songs people liked as well. For future national finals, keep in mind we got Estonia coming out today and Albania coming out today and Spain coming out on December 18th. Okay, so my general thoughts about Supernova are that this is a really strong national final. Lots of really good quality, a good amount of variety, the styles of music and also the configurations. We have a couple bands, we have some solo artists, we got ladies, men. I've already got 6 downloads from this, which I think is not only a Supernova record, but that's very high even compared to other national finals. I think 6 for me is like pretty wow for a national final. The biggest thing for me about this is how strong an identity this national final has. Supernova is the home of indie music in Eurovision. I think there's very few national finals which can claim to have such a strong indie identity in the way that Supernova does. And I think that's partly a testament to the Latvian music scene. I think it's also some credit to the song selectors because if you look through the songwriter list, you can see pretty much all of these names are Latvian. The Supernova song selectors, say that 10 times quickly, clearly are going out of their way to try and nurture the local artists and give them a shot on the big stage. Now, I'm not against foreign songwriters sending songs into other national finals, but at the end of the day, it's usually their second choice. Songwriters will submit songs usually to their country's national final. If they get rejected, that's when they usually send them somewhere else. I think it's an astute strategy to prioritize your own natural talent as opposed to prioritizing someone for whom you are not the priority. Those songwriters, you're their second, third, or fourth option. So should you really be giving them a spot ahead of some of your local people? You can do that, but it's not the best way to build grassroots foundations for the future of your national final. Supernova have done that really well this year. They seem to be reaping the benefits. Supernova is not always this good, but this is a very strong year in my opinion. Okay, before we look at some of the big hitters and who could potentially win, let's look at what the format is going to be this year. So in 2020, we had a 9-song final. 21, Samantha Tina was internally selected, so we didn't have Supernova. 22, we had 17 songs in the semi-final, and that was whittled down to 11. We had 10 qualifiers and then a wild card. In 23, we had 14 songs down to 10. In 2024, we had 15 songs down to 10. This year, we have 20 songs, which is more than normal, which I think is a testament to how many good songs there are. I think they were like, we've got so many good songs, let's just have a bigger national final. I'm assuming it's going to be whittled down to 10 again. I looked everywhere, I couldn't find any official information about it, but my guess is we're going to have 10 songs in the final. So half of the songs are going to be culled in this single semi-final. There's only one semi-final in the Supernova, remember. And so this is why it's really important about who isn't going to make it through to the final, because there's a lot of people stepping on each other's toes in terms of sharing the same niche or genre this year. Let's go through the little categories that I made for everyone. The first one is the quintessential Supernova indie category. So you may disagree with some of my categories. They aren't perfect, but I tried to group people up. So we got 6 people in this category. Cobra Wizelts with a gorgeous Latvian duet. I think this is the strongest song in this section this year. Really beautiful, stunningly put together, very well sung. I wonder, can they have a Zalagasper moment like Slovenia did in 2019 and really bring the magic onto the stage? If they do, this I think could be a real world contender. We also have Tepat saying Sadzijot. Terrible Latvian pronunciation. This is also very popular as well. Very interested to see, will they be able to deliver live? How experienced are they? Bel Tempo and Legsdina. This is a song that had that absolutely criminal 20-second opening. Juliana Something in the Water, also a slow burner song, but had some beautiful moments at the end. Palu Delusional giving us a little bit of Aiko vibes. I think she's last on the Eurovision scoreboard, so that's not a great sign. And then Ruta Doduma Chemical, which for me is just not got it. I don't think that'll make it through to the final. So we have these 6 indie songs. And I definitely feel that Cobra and Tepat are going to be helped by more of the other ones not making it into the final with them. If Cobra are in the final on their own, they're going to have that real indie, smooth, self-written vibe totally to themselves. Whereas if Tepak come through, and also Juliana, and then also Ruta Doduma, suddenly Cobra just becomes that little bit less special. So this indie category, full of great songs. I love how it exists because the indie category just does not exist in many of the national finals. Melody Festival barely struggles to have an indie song ever. So great to see that it's so alive in Supernova representing. Let's look at the second section, and this is my Pop Girlies section. And we've got 6 entries in here. One of them isn't a girly, but never mind. I think the big hitter in the Pop Girly section is Greta with Monster. So she won Latvian Idol in 2021. So she's definitely got some performance experience. She's also got the backing of a big record company, which I found out the hard way because they blocked my reaction video. I had to make adjustments to it to get it by their very, very strict copyright. So she's with UMG. So maybe they might be giving her a little bit of money towards the staging. Also, a song called Monster lends itself to some really cool imagery on the stage. She's got some quite sassy lyrics. So maybe she's going to be giving us sassy, sexy monster vibes with lots of money and bling bling. The fact that she was on X Factor, I don't think it's a hard song to sing, but it implies to me that her stage presence is going to be good. And to bring out that sass and attitude and make it work, you got to be good on stage. That makes me think that this is a real contender to win. This is also leading the Eurovision scoreboard. Not super surprising. Eurovision scoreboard loves a pop girly. Okay, another person in this section is Emilia with Heartbeat. Now, I was a little bit harsh on this in my reaction. I do think this is a really, really well put together song. My issue with it is it really sounds Scandi pop. So it sounds like something from Dance Melody Grand Prix or Melody Festival. Nothing against those national finals. Well, something against Dance Melody Grand Prix. Melfest is really, really great. I'm not hating on it, but they very much have their own identity in the songs they have. And this sounds like a song from them. So it's not getting the Latvian identity from it. And I feel that when you have so many songs that really do feel Latvian and have that identity, to pick a song that sounds like it could be in another national final, it seems like a little bit of a shame to me. Having said that, it's really well put together. If she comes to the stage, delivers an incredible performance and she wins, I will support her 100%. I just think it's a little bit of a shame considering there are so many great songs in Latvian feeling options this year. I think if it was like a weaker year and she came with this, I'd say absolutely just send her. We just need something that can possibly qualify Latvia. Okay, we've also got Marta singing Lovable. Quite a lovable song. I don't think this will be a contender. Katrina Gupalo singing Scarlet Challenger. She's not really a pop girly, but I didn't know what other section to put her in. She's got this very dreamy style to her. Gotta admit, a little bit disappointed with this. It's not on the same level as the Cat song for me, unfortunately. That was pretty big Cat shoes to fill though. We also have Marcus Riva, bigger than this. Not technically a pop girly, but I'm giving him honorary membership in this very honorable category. I'm pretty sure that Marcus will make the final. This is one of his better songs, I think. I don't think this is going to win though, and I don't think it'll be a contender. The song's really lacking in originality, despite the fact that it's very fun. And we also have Adelina Electric Love. Speaking of originality, a lot of people saying that this sounds very similar to a song from The Weeknd. Oh, do we want to go through more drama after what happened with Monte's song? So yeah, of this section for me, really the big hitter is Greta. The more of these other ladies with these pop songs that come into the final with her, the more they're going to cramp her style. Okay, let's go to another section, and that is my folky section. Definitely one of the funner ones. We have the Ludwig singing Ligo. People have corrected me in the comments. This doesn't mean whatever I said it meant in the reaction video. Thank you to Liva Puka for this. It is a Latvian ethnic summer solstice celebration. So the chant you're hearing there and the way of singing is a very typical folk melody sung on Midsummer's Night. So this entry is 100% an Etho Bop. So that's really, really cool. I love that extra context. I'm hoping that with that extra context, we're going to get a super cool stage show with lots of these cool midsummer festival cultural elements that can absolutely bring it to life. I think this is already a fan favorite. I think it's going to continue to grow as one. So definitely a big contender here from the Ludwig. He was in Supernova before, but I think it was, someone told me it was 8 years ago and he was only 16 years old. Another folky song is Synergia Bound by the Light, which I absolutely loved. Really, really gorgeous. Reminded me of Eurovision in the 90s. A song that would have been top 10, like a really solid, folky, homely, traditional sounding pop song. Some gorgeous harmonies in this and lovely instrumentation. I'm a real big fan. I hope that they can bring a real cool edginess to the staging, maybe just to modernize it a little bit. Very excited to see this. I really hope this makes the final and this isn't one of the songs that I like that is a sacrificial lamb to the semi-finals. We also have Tautu Metas. Speaking about people stepping on each other's toes, I definitely think that these three are clashing. They have very similar, cool, folky, fun, beautiful vibes. But Ludwig is more like and Synergy and Tautu Metas really do overlap. Tautu Metas not making it through to the final would definitely be on Ludwig and Synergy's Christmas list. So yes, if all three of those make it through to the final, I think that's definitely going to hurt Ludwig and Synergy. I don't see Tautu Metas being in with a chance to win, personally. Love that we have enough songs for our folk category. How juicy is that? Okay, next category is former winner Bops. So we have the two songs that have already won Supernova. First of those is Cetizieni singing Ramtai. Really, really great song. Beautiful energy. I hope that they bring something entertaining to the stage. As I said in my video, I feel like the chorus is a blank canvas that needs something put onto it. So we need to see what are they going to put onto it. I actually saw them tweeting saying, do you have suggestions for our staging? Which I have to admit was not very reassuring. I was hoping that they would already have staging concepts. Maybe they do, maybe they just want extra staging concepts. Secondly, we have Youths with Fit Right from 2016. Gotta admit, I was kind of disappointed with this. It's not at the same level as Heartbeat for me. Still very interesting. Can he bring it to life on the stage? He's a great performer. I still think this is a bridge too far, even with his performance ability. I don't know if he's going to get over the line, but he should make the final. And the final category is others. These are people who I just don't really feel have got much of a shot. And also they're kind of like slower ballady songs, I suppose. We have Chris Noah, Romance Isn't Dead. I think he's the biggest name here. He's got a hyperlink, relatively well known in Latvia. The song for me is just way too flat. Love the Britpop sound, but there's not enough peaks and troughs. Not enough build-up, ramping up of energy. Feel like the sound is a hit, execution is a miss. Dom Skaldaraskis really crushes me that I did not like this at all. It's right down the bottom of my personal rankings because I loved his song in 2017. Go check that song out. We Won't Back Down. It's really, really great. And finally, Lucas singing Stronger with a very tender ballad. Can she elevate? I'm not sure. That's up to her, but I would expect this to possibly get eliminated in the semi-finals. Okay, so looking at all those great options, what do I think that Latvia should choose? I would love if Latvia chose a song in Latvian. We have so many good Latvian language entries this year. Cobra, Tepat, Cetizieni, and the Ludwig. I don't think that countries should send a song in their language as a gimmick, like just for the kind of language points, but this isn't that. These are four really great songs that I think would represent Latvia really well, and they have the added bonus of being in Latvian as well. Latvia haven't sent a full song in Latvian since 2004, which didn't qualify. Aya obviously had some lyrics in Latvian, but a lot of the song was in English. So I would love to see Latvia try again with Latvian. I wonder, are they a little bit inspired by how Lithuania have been doing in recent years? We had Monika Lio, and then we had Šuto Tuto, which was only one part of the chorus, but still better than nothing. And then Luktelk last year. So Lithuania have gone through this big revival of their language in Eurovision the last 3 years. I wonder are Latvians saying, hey, we can do that too. We've also got a super pretty language. Why aren't we showing it off? So I would really, really love to see a Latvian song go through. But of the English language songs, I think that Greta is the biggest contender. Maybe also something from Youths, possibly also Amelia. Now, keep in mind, obviously, while I'm filming this, we just have the radio edits. We don't have any live performances. We don't have any visual concepts. We don't have any vibe, feel for what the staging is going to look like. So a lot of stuff can change. This is just my opinion at this point in time. Once we have more information, I'll do an analysis video after the semi-finals, because obviously that's going to give us like all of the information we need to say, okay, what really is the best option for Latvia to get their second qualification in a row. Let's talk about some of my favorites. So my third favorite song was Greta Monster. Really, really love this slightly quirky monster vibe put onto a pretty standard pop song. Really great production. I like some of the lyrics. They're kind of sassy and funky. I really hope that she can deliver this live. I'm expecting it to now that I know that she won Latvian Idol. My number 2 is Synergia, Bound by the Light. Super nostalgic for old Eurovision. Gorgeous song. Love the harmonies. Really, really hoping these two ladies can elevate and bring a really great package and just win everybody over. My number 1 is another duet, and that is Cobra. This song is so freaking gorgeous, beautifully arranged, so clever as well in that it is a slower paced song, but it doesn't feel like it drags at any point. Beautifully written, beautifully sung. I just hope they can come up with a real magical moment staging that brings this to life and just captivate the Latvian audience. I think this is already going to do well with the juries, but yeah, televote, I think they just need that spark and magic, and this could really be a fabulous entry for Latvia. It's going to be so different if they pick this in Latvian, super different vibe. Kind of like Zalagasper. Zalagasper was very spacey. This feels a little bit more warm, like sitting by a fire. Just love this. Absolutely wonderful song. I saw this is very low in the year. Let's look at my rankings compared to the Eurovision scoreboard. And we can see that, yeah, I've got Cobra ranked quite high. I've got them 12 places higher than the Eurovision scoreboard, who has a 13th. I've got Synergy as second. The Eurovision scoreboard has them 8th. And I've got Greta third. Eurovision scoreboard has them first. Eurovision fans have Cities Jenny second, which is really cool to see, and the Ludwig in third. They've got Tautomatas in fourth, so they're also really feeling the Latvian language. So 3 of the top 4 songs within the Eurovision community right now are Latvian language. Cobra's down in 13th, Debat down in 14th. I don't associate the Eurovision scoreboard with really kind of loving softer, more indie songs, so I'm not too surprised those are lower down. They might come to life though when people see the live staging. I had Marcus Riva quite a lot higher. I had him 5th. Community had him in 12th. I think one of the biggest differences was I had Tautomatas quite low. I had them down in 15th. I just found it a little bit too repetitive, but Community had that in 4th. Now keep in mind, these are not my set in stone rankings. I'm not going to get a big piece of rock and start carving them in. I'm going to wait and see the live show. These rankings can totally change. I always keep my mind open. I love it when people elevate. Get in an elevator, babe, and take it to the top floor. Love when that happens. That's why I like getting the songs before, because you can kind of record what your opinion is and then see how much it changes from seeing the live performance. In any case, I think this is a wonderful national final, so I'm really looking forward to the live shows. The semi-final is on the 1st of February. I'm going to try and stream it. I'm going to have to check and see what it clashes with. I might have to like juggle things around, but I will definitely do an analysis video after the show. And then we've got the final on 8th of February, which I'll definitely be watching because I'm very excited for that, to see what are Latvia going to pick. I definitely think that they can get a qualification this year. There's so many great options. And I love that they're reaping the benefits of having this nurturing of their local music scene. They're reaping what they sow this year, and it's fantastic. I'm really hoping for a second Latvian qualification in a row. Okay, that is my analysis of the Supernova 2025. But what did you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. No new donations on PayPal or Buy Me Coffee, but if you want to support the channel, I'll leave links in the description. And of course, thank you to all of my wonderful patrons for patronizing me from all around the world. On my Patreon, you can get early releases, watch the videos without ads, you can see the original audio, and you can get behind the scene updates. So go check that out. You can do a 7-day free trial. But of course, thank you so much just for watching, and I hope to see you in another Eurovision analysis video very soon. Goodbye. Blah, 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 blah.